I'm really excited about this book and sharing it with kids because it was designed for reluctant readers. It has a very meta, self-aware, almost obnoxious narrator. And the idea is for the reading of the book to be experiential. It's not just passive. It's something that you're engaged in. And I think in a world where we're competing with phones and video games and all kinds of entertainment, I think a book needs to be able to provide something really specific and unique for our middle grade readers. And Euro and the Argonauts was designed to do exactly that. One of the biggest influences on the creation of this book was my love of monsters. Even from a very, very tiny age, I was always drawing and thinking about monsters, and I loved werewolves, and um, I love scary movies, even when they freaked me out. But when I kind of discovered Greek mythology, I was obsessed because they have the best monsters. And for me, it was really all about how interesting they were. I kind of thought the heroes were boring by comparison. And so what I did for Gyro is create a version of the Cyclops, a version of the Minotaur, and a version of Medusa that leaned into my own tastes. My Cyclops actually has giant tusks based on the origins of the Cyclops because they discovered elephant tusks and skulls in the mountains up beyond Greece. And so that's where some of that came from. Or having a Minotaur whose horns have grown into the shape of the labyrinth because he thinks about it all the time. Or for Medusa, finally, her snakes being gigantic and titan-sized, like I always thought they needed to be. And also, she's kind of gorgeous because how is she going to turn anyone to stone if no one wants to be around her? Creatively, the way I approach this book is really the way that I approach everything, is that I'm largely trying to keep myself entertained and make myself laugh. So when I'm writing chapters for Euro, and right now I'm working on the sequel, I'll read things out loud, make sure the pacing feels like something I might say or the characters would say, and then I share it actually with my kids. I've got a 14 and a 16-year-old, and if I make them laugh, then there's a good chance it's going in the book. And if I make my wife laugh, who doesn't actually laugh out loud, then I know I've really got something, and that goes into the book right away. For me, it's really all about touching and affecting and connecting to readers. And I think that starts with humor. And that's why I led so hard with the goofiness and the silliness, and yes, a handful of poop jokes in Gyro and the Argonauts.